Happy Halloween, witches! It's your girl, Fly Girl Nina, and welcome back to Fly Girl Bartending. Today I am sharing with you guys 3 popular classic cocktails that kind of correlate to Halloween. I myself have not tried any of these cocktails before, so I'm actually really excited to see how they taste. The common denominator between the 3 cocktails today is they all kind of have some spooky sounding names. So I figured what better way to showcase these cocktails than in a Halloween episode. So without further ado, let's get our freak on. Alright, let's get started with cocktail number 1, and this one's called the Death in the Afternoon. We're actually going to build this cocktail right into a champagne flute. For the first ingredient, we're going to be adding 1.5 ounces of absinthe. To make this cocktail a little extra spooky, we're going to add a small scoop of green edible glitter. And lastly, we're going to top it off with some champagne. That looks so cool. This looks so cool. I can't get over it. If you can't tell, I'm very excited to try this out. Let's go ahead and have a try. Cheers. Woo! Damn. If you're looking for something to knock you off your feet on Halloween, this is definitely the one. Because first of all, absinthe is hella strong on its own. And then just to top that off with some champagne is you're gonna be lit. You're gonna be hella lit this Halloween. I do really like the flavors though. But also if you don't really like the taste of black licorice type flavors, a lot of people kind of describe absinthe as black licorice. I mean, I've always liked black licorice, so I don't mind this, but the cocktail is really good. You just gotta make sure that your champagne is very cold because there's no ice in this cocktail. But man, it again, this is hella strong. It's good. It's good, don't get me wrong. But it is very strong. I could probably only drink 1, maybe 2 of these, and I would be toasted by the end of the night. Alright, let's move on to cocktail number 2. And this one is called a Corpse Survivor Number Blue. Based on the title alone, if you know, you know. But basically, this cocktail is a riff off of the Corpse Survivor Number 2, and it's pretty much swapping out Cointreau for blue curacao instead. First things first, we're going to be adding an absinthe rinse to our Nick and Nora glass. If you don't have an atomizer, you can also just pour a little bit of absinthe in the glass, and then tilt the glass and rotate it so that the absinthe can coat the inside of the glass. If you're crazy, you can just shoot the rest of the absinthe, but I'm gonna pour out the excess. This recipe is super easy. You're just gonna do 3/4 of an ounce all the way through, starting with 3/4 of an ounce of gin. Next, we're gonna add 3/4 of an ounce of blue curacao. Next, we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. And lastly, we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of a white wine aperitif. Now we're just going to add some ice and give it a good shake. Now we're going to bring out our absinthe rinsed Nick and Nora glass, and we're going to strain the cocktail right into the glass. For the garnish of this cocktail, we typically go for a lemon express. However, because it is Halloween, I will be adding a gummy worm instead, but I'm still going to do the lemon express more so for the flavor and the aroma. And there we have a Corpse Survivor Number Blue Halloween edition. Cheers! That's so good. Up front, you taste that bright, refreshing flavor of the lemon. I love the absinthe on the back end too. And it brings that nice herbal, almost nutty flavor to the drink too. This drink, honestly, it has a lot of like inflection of flavors. Dang, that's actually so good. That's so good. I love. Our third and final cocktail is called a zombie. Using the correct measurements for this cocktail is extremely important because if you use the wrong measurements, the drink is going to taste really unbalanced and it's just not going to taste as good as it should be. So, for this cocktail, you're going to need a shaking tin. We're going to start with a bar spoon of cinnamon syrup. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 ounce of grapefruit juice. Also, just a quick side note, it's supposed to be white grapefruit juice. I realized that a little bit too late, so you're going to get what you get. Don't sue me. Starting to feel the liquor a little bit now. Next, we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Next, we're going to add 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Next, we're going to add 6 drops of absinthe. So I don't have a dropper, so I'm just going to measure out a 1/2 bar spoon of absinthe and hope for the best. Also, when adding the absinthe, you may want to add it in a different container just in case you overspill, because this stuff, if you add too much of it, it's going to ruin the entire cocktail. Next, we're going to add a 1/2 ounce of falernum. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of grenadine. It looks darker because I made this myself. Next, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. Next, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of an aged Puerto Rican rum. And lastly, we're going to add 1 ounce of a 151 Demerara rum. Now we're going to add a scoop of crushed ice and give it a short shake, which basically means shaking the cocktail for a short amount of time, just enough to incorporate the flavors, but not dilute the cocktail too much. We're going to serve this cocktail in a cute little tiki mug, and we're just going to pour it right in the glass. Now we're just going to top this baby off with some more crushed ice. And honestly, garnish it with whatever you want. Today, I'm garnishing it with some pineapple fronds, a grapefruit, and a maraschino cherry. And there you have a zombie. Cheers. Holy cannoli. This is very strong. Dang. Definitely still like kind of fruity and tropical, but rum is definitely the dominant flavor. But I think it's also good that it's a blend of different rums because it gives it more like complex of the rum flavors in general. I will say you don't really taste like each individual drink. Like sometimes like for the Coursera Number Blue, like that one I kind of had an evolution of flavors in my mouth. This one tastes a little bit more like flatlined, but with all the different ingredients involved in it, I'm surprised that the flavor is the flavor that it is, which is very delicious in my opinion. This is freaking good, honestly. It's so strong though. Definitely not for the faint of heart, not for people that don't like to taste booze in their drinks, because this is the booziest that booze can come. But my goodness, very delicious, and I like this a lot, and I'm definitely gonna be drinking the rest of it after this video. So I'm drunk. I'm already drunk. I had 3 sips and now I'm drunk, but all right, you guys, that's actually the end of today's episode. Honestly, I really enjoyed today's episode, trying 3 cocktails that I've never had before that are absolutely delicious in their own way. And I definitely will be making these drinks more often for myself, and not just for Halloween season, but these literally are perfect for Halloween season. So give these drinks a try. I hope you guys have a wonderfully spooky and safe Halloween this year. Comment down below any plans that you have. I would love to hear about them, and maybe it'll give me some ideas because I actually still don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. But one thing for sure, there's definitely going to be some drinking involved. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time on Fly Girl Bartending. Stay fly. So good. So strong. That's so good.